Today we will be learning how to solve simultaneous equations involving one linear equation and one non-linear equation. Now to recap, linear equations are equations where your x and y usually only have a power of 1, i.e. x to the power 1, y to the power of 1. And there is no x squared, there is no y squared, and there is no xy in the equation. Sometimes you have 2x, sometimes you have 3y, but the power of the x and y usually is only 1. Non-linear equations, as you may have guessed, are equations which do contain x squared or y squared or xy. And therefore, the equations we are going to be solving today involve one of these linear equations and one of these non-linear equations. Let's get started. So here, I've given you a simultaneous equation containing one linear equation, 4x minus y, and a non-linear equation containing x squared and 4y squared. We will be using the substitution method, which is my favorite method because it is the simplest and most straightforward method to use. Just follow these steps and you will be able to solve any such equations. The first step is to choose the linear equation. In this case, it will be our first equation, and make one variable the subject. So first of all, let me just label the equations. So I am going to take equation 1 and I am going to make one variable the subject. I am going to choose y because y has a coefficient of -1 and it is easier then to make y the subject. So I'm going to bring y over to this side and bring 8 to the other side, which will give me 4x minus 8 equals to y. And y has become the subject, and this is my new equation. That is step 1 done. Step 2 is to substitute this equation, the new equation we just obtained, into the non-linear equation. So from equation 2, I am going to put in the value of y from here into here. And I'm going to open this brackets up. And to open this up, we are going to use a special formula, which is a minus b squared equals a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. So applying this formula to our situation here, a is 4x and b is 8. Therefore, all we have to do is follow the formula and we will get something like this. A squared will be 4x squared, which is 16x squared, minus 2ab will be 2 times 4x and b is 8. And plus b squared, b being 8, 8 squared is therefore 64. Opening up the brackets completely, I should get something that looks like this. Bring the 16 over, you should get this. And now when you look at this equation that we have, it looks very familiar, doesn't it? It is actually a quadratic equation, and that is our third step, which is to solve the quadratic equation. And for an understanding of how to solve quadratic equations, do watch our previous video on quadratic equations. For here, I will use the simplest quadratic formula to solve this equation, which is x equals negative b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Here, b is negative 256, a is 65, and c is 240. Therefore, plugging all the numbers in, I'll get something that looks like this. X equals to 256 plus or minus 256 squared minus 4ac over 2a. This will give us something that looks like this. 256 plus or minus 56 over 130. X therefore equals to 256 plus 56 over 130, which equals to 12 over 5. Or, and note there are two values here, x equals 256 minus 56, because the equation here is plus or minus, meaning here it can be either plus or it can be minus. Therefore, there are two possible values. And this will give us 20/13. And that is step 3 done. Now all we have to do is to substitute these x values into our previous equation to find our y values. And our y values will also have two different values because we have two different x values to plug into this equation. Now let us do this on the next page. Our equation was y equals 4x minus 8. And one of our values of x was 12/5. So substituting x into here, we will get y equals 4 12/5 minus 8, which will give us 8/5. Or, remember that there are two values of x, therefore there will also be two values for y. So our other x value was 20/13. Plugging that in, we will get something that looks like this. And our other y value will be negative 24/13. And there you have it. Simple as that. All you have to do is follow these simple steps and you will be able to solve any such question that arises in SPM. These are essentially free points given to you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys again next time.